I recreated the same 3D environment in both Blender and Maya to determine which software is better for 3D scene creation. For the past 4 years, Blender has been my main tool. However, after enrolling in 3D animation design course at Méliès College in São Paulo, I had to start working with Maya and go through all the stages of the 3D workflow. The environment I'm about to show you is one of 5 I'm creating for my short film titled A Herança, in English, The Heritage. I've worked on every stage of the process, from pre-production to production and soon post-production, handling every aspect. If you'd like, I can make a separate video talking about the process of making a 3D short film. Let me know in the comments what topics you'd like me to cover. So far, it's been an extremely challenging process, and honestly, I'll only recommend taking on all the aspects of a short film if you are truly passionate about the entire workflow, especially art direction. There's a lot of information to process, which is why I kept asking to myself, which is the best software for making a 3D short film? On one hand, we have Blender, the beloved open source software with one of the largest and most supportive communities in the world. On the other, there's Autodesk Maya, the industry standard 3D software, which by all appearance won't be dethroned anytime soon. Let's get straight to the point, but before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like to support me in making more videos like this. So, first impressions. Blender is very easy to learn. You can quickly grasp the basics, understanding how the software works and learn simple yet effective strategies to achieve your goals. Maya, on the other hand, is a more complex software. Its interface has remained largely unchanged for the past 13 years, and personally it feels outdated, complicated and intuitive. Even though the final results are nearly identical, the workflow is completely different. This becomes apparent in small things, like setting up a project in Maya. At first this confused me. Wait, I need to set a project before I start working? In Blender I just need to open the software. Little things like this make learning Maya less enjoyable and more frustrating. The workflow. This pattern continues throughout the workflow. Let's look at the numbers. The Blender Reddit community currently has 1.3 million members, while Maya has only 90,000. This speaks volume about the amount of content available for each software. If you are searching for something on YouTube, chances are you will find at least 5 tutorial videos for Blender, explaining how to achieve a certain result. In contrast, for Maya, you'd likely find only 10% of that content. Maybe 1 or 2 videos, and they're often less detailed. For example, searching how to make an origami in Blender might yield 15 videos, whereas searching the same for Maya will probably return just 1 or 2, often incomplete. And then there's the whole headache of materials in V-Ray or Arnold, which seems to complicate things unnecessarily. For this environment, I used the same assets in both software. The only differences were the workflows, applying textures, setting up lights, scattering elements and building the background. All the assets were previously created, ironically in Maya, so it was just a matter of importing them. Scattering in Maya was a complex process. If you are interested, I have a video on my channel explaining it in more detail, but figuring it out took a long time. Additionally, I explored Blender add-ons like Geoscatter and Physical Starlight and Atmosphere, which, although paid, significantly streamlined the workflow while maintaining creative freedom. Sure, each of these add-ons costs $65, but considering Blender is free while Maya costs $245 per month, these add-ons were still cheaper than a single month of Maya. My final thoughts. For 3D environment creation, Blender feels more flexible and user-friendly, allowing me to learn more efficiently and improve every time I open my project. Maya, on the other hand, became frustrating, especially because of the number of crashes I encountered. Scattering in Maya, once optimized with mesh, was reliable, but Blender Geometry Node's approach offered great flexibility. Using Geoscatter, the process just became perfect. Light linking in Maya is very powerful, whereas in Blender it's just a meh. Render times are easier to manage in Blender, whereas in Maya render settings, thanks to the V-Ray Arnold confusion, make it harder to optimize the best render in the shortest time. These comparisons strictly focus on environment creation. If you'd like a video comparing Blender and Maya in terms of animation, rigging or any other aspect, let me know. Overall, I prefer creating the scene in Blender. It was easier to start, work with and deliver. However, if you are working in a team, Maya might be the go-to choice.
But Maya is the industry standard.
Okay, let's take a step back. Most professionals in the 3D industry aren't like me, trying to do everything in a single software. Different career paths focus on specific parts of the pipeline. If you are a modeler, you'd likely use ZBrush as well. If you do texturing, you'll work with Substance Painter. You won't be confined just to one software. There are exceptions, of course. Animation, rigging and retopology, for example, are often more software dependent, but that's a topic for another video. My only advice for creating your own 3D projects is don't limit yourself just to Blender or just to Maya. Explore other softwares, plugins and add-ons to bring your heart to life. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like. See you next time.